Hey everybody, how's it going? We've got a new event. This is in fact going to be the final special event in the current version 9.8, and it comes in the form of a limited series featuring Bentley Continental GT Speed from the production year 2021, not to be confused with the original 2013 edition that's been in the game since the beginning, I think. Yeah, which was just a racing dollar car, by the way. This one, not so much. So, here, let's have a quick look, shall we? It's a limited series, as I said, limited time series. So, we have to win 45 gold trophies in 15 tiers, right? Within 7 days of starting the event. And first 3 hours, I believe you get instant service and instant R&D on racing dollar upgrades. So that would be ideal to wrap this series up within the first 3 hours of starting. But, if not, no reason to fret it. You do have 7 days to complete it, which is plenty of time. If you do like 3 tiers a day, you'll get through. But hopefully you can get it done quicker than that. And for completion, you will get to pick up the car itself, of course, which is worth some 750 gold. So pretty pricey car for a road collection. And 5,250 victory points, which depending on where you are, could afford you various different things. And 85 gold total, and 300,000 racing dollars total. All right, so let's check in and find out what the series is all about. Complete the Bentley Continental GT blah blah blah. Yeah, 7-day event. Right. And we got some marketing material. So, right, let's continue on. And here is, of course, the breakdown of rewards broken down into 25% increment. So, first 25% completion rewards you 750 victory points, 8 gold, and 30,000 racing dollars. And that you will pick up in completing tier 4. We'll find out what the PR requirement is in a second. And 50% completion will win you additional 1,000 victory points, 17 gold, and 60,000 racing dollars. And that you will pick up by winning 2 gold trophies in tier 8. So you don't necessarily have to do a cup. Although, as I always say, if you're in that deep, you want to go all the way and win the whole thing, right? Because otherwise, getting partial rewards is never worth what you're investing if you don't end up with a car. Anyway, and then the next tier, 75% completion, rewards you another 1,500 victory points, 26 additional gold, and 90,000 racing dollars. And that you pick up by winning a single gold trophy in tier 12. And then, of course, the remaining 2,000 victory points, 34 gold, and 120,000 racing dollars, plus the car itself is won upon completing the entire series. Right. So, let's go to the final tier and unlock the whole series. And yep, it's all good. Oh, white finish, huh? Pretty cool. So I'm expecting this car's performance gonna be significantly better than the old 2013 rendition, because that one not exactly nimble. So anyway, victory points earned. And yes, there is a 3-hour instant service and instant R&D on racing dollar upgrades. So now let's check into the series itself and find out what's required. So the PR requirement is 85.5. That's what's published on their website. So let's confirm. And it is so 85.5. All right. Now, base PR for this guy starts at 70.9, maxes out at 90.2. And that, obviously, you don't have to max it out in order to complete this series. You just need to meet 85.5. If past is any indicator of the future, or the present for this matter, 3 upgrades across the board should do it. So let's take a look. So tier 1 upgrades, or yeah, I expect it's gonna be all racing dollars. So let's go ahead and pick these up. Drivetrain is the category number 2, of course. And body, so far, it is following the usual upgrade tree of racing dollar upgrade followed by gold upgrade. Usual 7 categories of upgrades available. All right, and so far all second tier upgrades are gold. Let's see. Yes, it is. So if you don't spend any gold, you can bring your PR up to 75.7. Now the question is, let's hop on over to tier 4 and find out what the PR requirement is to get through tier 4, since that is your 25% completion tier. And they do require 75.9, which is obviously 0.2 PR point higher than what you can get with racing dollar upgrades alone. So there is no free gold to be won in this series, unfortunately. So all right, fine, let's continue upgrading now. So tier 2 upgrades, it's all gonna be gold. So we got 85 for engine, and that does unlock the tier 3 racing dollar upgrade. 80 gold for drivetrain, and body is 65. Suspension is 75. And then next category, exhaust, 70 gold. Brakes, 55 gold. And finally, tires and wheels, 65 gold. So where does that bring us to in terms of the total? That is 495 gold. Yes. All right. Brings PR up to 80.6. So we need another, what? 4.9, right? So here we go. I'm expecting the tier 3 racing dollar upgrades will get us there. And right now, because instant R&D is active, I cannot tell how long these upgrades will normally take, but based on other cars of similar performance, I would say tier 1 is probably like 12-hour R&D time, and tier 3 is going to be 1 day, and tier 5 is going to be 2-day upgrade time. But that's just kind of going on past experience with the cars of similar specs. But you never know. Anyway, and right now it's kind of a moot point anyway, right? Since we have instant R&D. So let's get it. Engine, 205,600 racing dollars. Does unlock tier 5 gold upgrade, or tier 4 I should say. And then drivetrain, 191,300. Also unlocks the tier 4 gold upgrade. And body, 152,000 racing dollars. And same scenario there. Suspension, 175,400 racing dollars. Exhaust, kind of comparable, 173 $1,400 racing dollars. And then 2 more categories. Brakes, $134,100. And we are pretty darn close, aren't we? I have a, yeah, we'll get there. Yep, exactly 85.5 with the 3 upgrades across the board. All right, so that is a total of $1,722,800 racing dollars, tier 1 and tier 3. And the 495 gold, the tier 2 upgrades to meet the PR requirement here. And of course, this car is featured in a single bonus series, all British Battle, along with 2 other cars, McLaren 765 Longtail and Jaguar CX-75. So, and this is the only car that can actually 100% complete that bonus series, because the PR requirement is 88.4, and I believe McLaren taps out somewhere around 83, and Jaguar taps out somewhere in 86. So this guy is, you know, obviously maxes out at 90.2. So if you want to 100% complete that series, you're going to need this car with some additional upgrades. So, but before we talk about that, let's see. 7 or 50% completion, you need to complete the tier 7, and the PR requirement for that is 78.7, as you can see here. And then 75% completion. Did I say 50%? Yeah, that was a 50% completion, by the way. And this is a 75% completion, which means you need to complete or get through tier 11. And that requires PR 81.9. All right, so yeah, so that is a quick rundown on the cost and the upgrade scheme for completing this limited series to win the car. Now, let's just have an overview of actual events here. Tier 1, we start with head-to-head at the Leipzig Porsche Test Track short on-road circuit, just a single lapper, followed by Speed Snap at Spa and the Cup at Laguna Seca 3-lapper. And look at that. Look at that grip, 2.02G. That is significantly improved compared to the older brethren from 2013, right? Top speed, 363 kph. Acceleration, 3.21 seconds. So that's perhaps, you know, I mean, it's comparable, I guess, for the PR it represents. And the braking distance of 25 meters with the limited series PR. All right, let's head on over to tier 2. We got elimination at Mount Panorama, Autocross at Nürburgring Grand Prix, and the Cup at Daytona Motorcycle Course. It's going to be a 3-lapper with a PR requirement of 73.6. All right, tier 3, we got a drag race, one at Monza here, a road course. We got a Hunter at the Brickyard Road Course. So that's a single lap around. And the tier 3 Cup is going to take place at Suzuka Grand Prix. 2-lap Cup with a PR 74.9 required. All right, and tier 4, got speed record at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit, so that's a full lap. Endurance at Hockenheim Short, that's going to be a night race, and your target distance will vary depending on your margin of victory, as always. And the Cup for tier 4 is going to take place at Formula E Berlin circuit. 4-lapper with a PR requirement, as we looked earlier, 75.9. All right, moving on. Act 2, as it were. Tier 5, we got head-to-head to start off at Austin Circuit, Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. Another single lap head-to-head. Followed by Speed Snap at Laguna Seca. And the Cup is going to be at Dubai National. 3-lapper, PR 76.9 required. And Tier 6, we got elimination at Daytona Motorcycle Course, Autocross at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, and the Cup at Monza Road Course, 3 laps, PR 77.8 required. And another drag race to start off Tier 7, this one at Nürburgring Grand Prix Circuit, Endurance at Bugatti Circuit, and the Cup at Silverstone Grand Prix, 3-lapper with a PR 78.7 required. And Tier 8, your 50% completion tier, we got a head-to-head at Hockenheim Short, single-lapper, a night race. They love Hockenheim night race, don't they? It's not the best lit circuit at night either, but oh well. Anyway, then we got Hunter at Melbourne, so that's a full lap. Not terribly long, but nevertheless a full lap. And then Tier 8 Cup is going to be at Spa. Quick 2 laps, PR 79.5 required. All right, moving on. Act 3 of sorts here, Tier 9. We're starting with Autocross at Laguna Seca. Speed record at Monza Junior course, so very small but full lap. And a Cup at Leipzig again, this time in Dynamic Circuit. 3-lapper, PR 80.3 required. So that circuit, very, very technical. Anyway, on to Tier 10. We got Hunter at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, so that's a full lap. Elimination at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, and the Cup at Catalunya Grand Prix, 3 laps with a PR 81.1 required. And on to Tier 11, we got Speed Snap at Berlin, Endurance at Catalunya National, and the Cup at Melbourne, 5-lapper with a PR 81.9 required. And Tier 12 is, of course, where you get to collect your 75% completion reward by winning a single gold trophy here. To start off, we got Autocross at Nürburgring Grand Prix, head-to-head at Silverstone National, single-lapper once again. And the Cup for Tier 12 is going to take place at Bathurst, Mount Panorama, 3-lapper with a PR 82.8 required. All right, and Tier 13, we got elimination at Daytona. We got the third and hopefully final drag race. And that one's taking place at the Brickyard. And the Cup for Tier 13 is going to be at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. So, and Tier 14, the penultimate tier, we got Speed Record at Suzuka Grand Prix, so that's a full lap. We got Endurance at Melbourne, and the Cup at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, 4 laps with a PR 84.5 required. All right, and the final tier, Tier 15, we got Hunter at Berlin, head-to-head at not Melbourne, the other circuit down under, Mount Panorama. It's going to be a single lapper. And the final Cup at Bugatti Circuit, 4-lapper with the PR 85.5, which you can achieve by getting 3 upgrades across the board for the cost of some 495 gold and 1,722,800 racing dollars. And of course, 85 gold you do get back. So, the net cost, you can think of it as like 410 gold. And then, if you decide to pursue the bonus series this car's featured in, All British Battle, then you should be able to, with that PR from this limited series, 85.5, you should be able to complete 75% completion, which means most likely you'll pick up some 40 odd gold before, needing to invest any more gold into this car, which I don't recommend, unless basically the way you want to approach this game is wait till they offer you upgrade discount, so that way your currency goes further in the game, right? Generally by 30%. So if you add them all up, it becomes it makes a big difference. So anyway, and in order to reach 100% complete, they do say you need the PR 88.4, and I believe you need to max out engine and body, because those are the ones. Engine is not the cheapest, but remember, by getting one gold upgrade, you are getting another upgrade that is not going to cost you any gold. It's going to be racing dollar upgrade, right? So essentially you get 2 gold or 2 upgrades for the price of 195 gold, which is actually cheaper than the other categories where it's dead end. So you spend another 195 gold and get that final tier racing dollar upgrade, 462,600 racing dollars. Brings your PR up to 86.9. And the other category we can do that on is body, which is a little bit cheaper, 145 gold and 341,900 racing dollars. Brings PR up to 88. So we are still 0.4 PR point shy, which we can get by using most likely suspension and exhaust, or exhaust, because drivetrain is going to be pricier one, 180 gold. Obviously, it does bring our PR up to 88.8. That's not necessary. Suspension gets our PR up to 88.7, which obviously is sufficient. Either that or... Wait. The other one was 165 too. Yeah, so they both will do. Exhaust, exact spec. So it's just a matter of picking out whether you want to invest more in acceleration and top speed, or whether you want to invest in grip and braking, right? My approach is always go with the speed. So, by getting that 165 additional gold, you will meet the PR requirement. And that is, I think I just spent additional 505 gold. So that's exactly 1,000 gold that you have to spend in order to meet the PR requirement for the bonus series, the cars featured in. And obviously, some additional, like 800,000 racing dollars as well, right? But if you're concerned about that, perhaps you're not ready. Anywho, so that is some additional information regarding this car. And so that will do it for this video. So hopefully you guys found the information useful. And, in the next video, I suppose I'll just be trying to make my way through this limited series. And speaking of special events, by the way, if you own the car that is featured in these flashback or limited series, then obviously if you start the event in the current version, you do get that instant service and upgrade offer for the whatever duration of time they offer it. Like the 488 GT3 was, I believe this was 24 hours, right? And GT4 Beamer, M4 GT4, right? This one is a 3-hour instant R&D. By the way, this event, if you haven't run it through yet, I completed on my other accounts. Motorsport dollars, right? That's what you earn. So once again, the payout or the earnings from the event itself is actually over 250,000. So, I split it up into 2 separate days. First day, 250,000 will get you right up to sort of like the Grand Prix events, right? The Formula One events. It gets you up to like the final stage, kind of halfway through. And then on the next following day or whatever, while the event is still going, you can complete the remaining 2 or 3 goals. Then you don't even need to service the car in between. So then you will essentially maximize your time spent in the game to your earnings actually will count towards something. You know what I mean? As opposed to those excess motorsport dollars that gets essentially forfeited. And this, because it's not a limited series, I believe if you run out a 5-day event, I don't know if you actually win the rewards if you don't finish within 5 days. Because I'm pretty sure with the limited series, the rewards just kind of hangs around, I think. Anyway, that's that. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.